For many Koreans, Cuba is still a faraway country, so it might come as a surprise that Koreans first began to move to Cuba as early as the 1920s, or that Cuba made financial contributions during the Korean War. So while South Korea and Cuba have yet to open formal diplomatic relations, there's already intense curiosity on both sides about each other's culture, not to mention substantial exchanges taking place through diverse channels. Cuban jazz diva Dayme Arocena took the Cuban music world by storm as a child prodigy. Her official debut album, Nueva Era, in 2015 was ranked among NPR Music's 50 favorite albums of that year. The Billboard praised her voice for encompassing a wide range of expression from whispers to laughs. Her music brings together the Cuban tradition and the American gospel style to leave a lasting impact on every ear blessed with her voice. A rising diva touring all around the world to sing the soul of Cuban jazz, the interview meets with the real Cuba through Dayme Arocena's music. It's wonderful to have you on our show. Welcome to our program. Welcome to Korea. I know it's your first time here.
Yes, it is.
How are you enjoying things so far?
It's been quite interesting. Every single time that I discover a new country, it is, of course, quite challenging. The culture, the connection with the crowd, the energies, the vibes, the food. Everything is always a challenge.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, you get to enjoy it.
Did you have any expectations? Is it different from what you had imagined? Or?
Basically, I didn't have any expectations. I didn't prepare myself for something that I don't know. I just came here with my mind open, as I am always. And just to enjoy and just to vibe the things. It's not like, going to Japan, for example, that I knew before to go to Japan about Japanese culture and Japanese food. But in this case, I just had to open my heart and my mind because I didn't have any information about it.
Sure. Sometimes surprise is good, right?
Yeah. Of course,
I've never
definitely
been to Cuba myself. I would love to go one day.
Yeah.
I know there are lots of colorful buildings and little cars, colorful cars. It's quite the opposite from Korea in a way. How did you find things?
Because Cuban people, we are really hot. We are passionate. We kiss each other, we hold each other, we touch each other. So here I feel everyone is like scared of any physical connection. When I touch someone, I always feel like people are like quite scared about it. When in Cuba it's totally the opposite. No, we for us it's totally normal to feel the connection, to touch, to squeeze.
Now, you've been traveling a lot from New York to London to Paris, etc. And when you land in a different country, each city has a different vibe, you said. How do you adapt?
Sometimes you don't have time to adapt. Sometimes it doesn't even matter. Sometimes it doesn't happen because sometimes you are making a tour where you're here today and you have to leave today or you have to leave tomorrow morning. So you just go straight to the stage, you do sound check, you feel the crowd, you sing with them, and then you have to leave. So some places I know I have been there, but I cannot say I was there. You know what I mean? But for some other places, I felt like a strong connection with them. I'm talking about, for example, Brazil.
Oh, wow.
I fell in love when I went to Brazil, and I realized how connected we are, especially about music and about culture. Brazilian music is really excited for me. And for example, when I went the first time to Turkey, it was like an explosive country for me. All the colors, the details, the music, everything was so interesting for me, and I got the chance to exchange with that. There is some other cities that I feel more close mind, like Paris. In Paris, I never feel welcome. I mean, in the when I walk down the street, I'm not talking about the crowd. The crowd is always beautiful because when people pay to see you, they are expecting you to do something. They want to see you. They want to enjoy your show. But then when you walk down the street, you feel that you are not part of that world. You are in a place that is not yours. I don't feel that, for example, in London. In London, I feel that it's a place that everyone can live together, everyone can respect each other. It doesn't matter the color of your skin or how do you look, which type of clothes you wear, it doesn't matter at all. So there is places that I will definitely like to spend more time and explore more and get more music and get more culture. There is some other countries that and cities especially that you feel you are not from there.
Well, Koreans are very passionate and welcoming and friendly as well. So hopefully you'll get to be able to connect with some people
totally.
here
The first
as well.
concert we did was in Busan, and I remember when I sing without shoes.
Wow.
So that's why I don't wear heels or anything uncomfy for me. I just wear like sport shoes and sandals. I have to feel free. And when I touched the stage and when I saw the reaction of the crowd in the first song, I said, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I wasn't scared anymore. The crowd was just amazing.
Oh, good.
I remember that I could feel like they were paying a lot of attention about every single thing we were playing and we were doing. Even when I mean, it's a good sadness too that we sold everything in Busan.
Now, I know you perform with the piano, bass, and drum trio, so do tell us about some of the other musicians in your band.
We are a family. We are a crazy family, 4 members family, 3 boys. Let me tell you, in the Busan concert, one of them said to a lady, "I want to marry you." And she said, "I'm married and he's my husband." That's my family. So can you imagine? They are always making this crazy.
Sometimes you have to keep them in check, huh?
Yeah. But the good thing is that we have a beautiful and a strong connection. We developed that for a long time, playing together, traveling, laughing and crying together. We had to live any kind of experience. We missed flights. We had to sleep in trains sometimes because we have a long journey and it's not time to go to any hotel. Basically, we are a family. We spend more time together than with our own family.
Sure.
So I guess people see that in the stage because it's not the same when you are just like the singer and you have a band that could be anyone, anytime. In my case, it's always the same musicians, so that makes the performance stronger.
Oh, I'm sure. I know you performed in Korean, as in the Korean language, this time around. A little bit of it. Give us a sample of it, and also, how was it practicing for it?
It was a nightmare. I have been in a lot of countries where at least you can understand a few words, or the letters are the same letters, just in different orders.
Sure.
But Korean is
It's
another
level.
word. Yeah. So when Chani, my good friend, asked me to sing in Korean, I wanted to kill her.
I hope she's alive.
She's still alive. Yes, she is. But you know what? Challenge is a great side of life. It's interesting and makes things more spicy.
Sure.
So, being honest, I had to make a crazy job. I had, I woke up like at middle of the night thinking about the music, like so stressed about it. But I think it was nice. Sure. I think people got the vibe. I could feel the response.
I'm sure you've earned yourself many more Korean fans after that performance.
Yeah, let's see what's going on now. Maybe they ask me to sing in Arabian.
Your repertoire will only grow from now on.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. On her first visit to Korea, Dayme Arocena played with her own band, presenting a solid stage performance. Her passionate performances in Ulsan, Busan, and Seoul certainly left a lasting impact on those who were lucky to come and see her. A particularly well-received moment of the concert was Dayme's special collaboration with Jisoo Yu, a Korean traditional pansori singer with Busan National Kugak Center. Hearing the traditional Korean folk song Ariran. What kind of repertoire had you put together for this performance?
I'm a songwriter. Actually, I'm a composer. So I started to compose for some other instruments that is not just the voice. I studied classical music for 9 years, and what I used to do ages ago was to write music for
popular on YouTube, and I watched it. You're just amazing.
Yeah, normally I don't sing that anywhere, but I did it in Korea because people asked me about it. But it's a great song,
Yeah.
and about singing great songs, the hard side is that everyone have done that. So what can you do to make a difference? And being honest, that's the type of song that people are sick of versions. So I came up with this one because a great friend of mine called Jacek Manzano, a trumpet player, huge, my respect and my love for him. When I was still in my beginnings, in my professional life, he told me, what about making this song with me? And when he heard my vision of the song, because the good thing about studying classical music is that you have to study as a choir conductor, that's what I am, the composer of the song, and the sense of the song, and the moment the song was written. So I had to sit and realize what she wanted to say, Consuelo Velasquez, what she wanted to express in that song. She was a teenager, she was 15 years old, composing that song that is telling about her hormones going crazy. And my version came up like that, and he loved it, and he decided to release it. And now, even when that song I sang it with him ages ago, people still ask me for that version. It's nice. Bésame. Bésame mucho. Como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho. Tengo miedo tenerte y perderte después.
I'm sure you've had your share of difficulties along the way in life, having come from where you come from.
That's the best part.
Sure. And if you could share with our viewers some of what you had to endure before today.
For example, in Cuba, we are open-minded for some things and closed-minded for some other things. Even when I am like a representation of all folklore, they didn't like the idea of me singing without shoes. They didn't like the idea of me singing with hair wraps, all dressed in white, being as I am, being pure black, showing my reality. You know, there is people in the world that had to say, hey guys, this is great, to catch the attention of my own people. So basically, I got the support and the response of the world before to get my country response.
Sure.
And I'm not talking about the crowd even, I'm talking about all the people that have the power to make your career work or not. In Cuba, for example, we have tough laws for artists. You cannot be an artist just because you wanna be an artist. You have to get a permission to be an artist. And you have to ask for another permission every single time you perform. And that's a governmental thing. It's not a record label asking you to make an investment in your career. It's just the government law. So it's not like, hey, I play guitar, I wanna play tonight. It doesn't work like that. You have to go to an audience, and that audition give you a right to perform, but it can take ages to get that authorization. So every single time that I applied for that authorization, they always complain about the music I was singing because it was mine. They were asking me, why you don't sing boleros? Or why you don't sing traditional Cuban music? And it was because I want to sing something new. I have my own voice. I got the gift of the composing. I want to sing my music. And they used to ask me, why you don't wear shoes? It is, I don't know, the crowd is gonna feel weird about it. And I said, because this is my connection with the earth. This is my cell phone. I can touch the earth and I can feel the energy and the vibe and the heart of the word.
Sure.
But they didn't understand that. Then when I signed with a British label and with a French a sponsorship and all of that, they say, oh, she's amazing. It's so funny.
Sometimes you do have to prove yourself.
Yeah, it's like, what? I have been here for ages and you never paid attention on me. But you know what, that's always a good thing, because there is two type of people that just believe in themselves and go straight away, and people that believe in some other people's opinions. And I believe in myself, and I walk straight
Good
away.
For you.
Yeah,
Good for you. Proud of you.
I think so.
Now, I know religious aspect and religion plays a very strong role in your music. Tell us what that means and why it's important that religion is reflected in your music.
Because religious music is so musical. I fell in love with religious music before to become a practitioner at all. I remember that there was a competition for composing, and I wanted to participate. So I made an investigation about the Cuban roots and the Cuban drummings and the rhythms and the chants. And it was the first time I said, this is amazing. This is a word that I wanna discover. Then I realized that we had a class in my school for folkloric music. I started joining them and learning some drumming stuff. I'm the worst drummer ever, but I could learn at least the rhythms and all of that. And then I learned the chants, the dancing and all of that. And I don't know when was the moment that I decided to become a practitioner. I think it was just the natural way, because I was so influenced with that music. So then the religion came to me in that way. That's why I always said, my religion is music, and every single thing that gives me musical information is my religion.